Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are dealing with educational technology. So, let's start. Education has perpetually played a vital role in human advancement and growth. The conventional approach to instruction primarily depended on printed materials, blackboards, and lecture theatres. Nevertheless, the adoption of technology in the realm of learning has completely transformed educational methods. The assimilation of technology into education has unveiled fresh possibilities for acquiring knowledge, rendering it more attainable, participatory, and captivating from classrooms furnished with intelligent screens and visual aids to digitalized learning platforms, electronic publications, and the web-based classes. Technology has revolutionized our educational strategies. Integrating technology into education empowers educators to actively engage students in a dynamic and interactive educational encounter. Technology has facilitated the creation of tailored learning strategies utilizing diverse media formats such as written content, audio, video, and interactive games, etc. Additionally, it has simplified the process of monitoring student progress in real time, allowing teachers to deliver personalized assessments and adapt their teaching approaches to suit the individual requirements of each student. Furthermore, technology has enabled collaboration among students spanning various geographical locations, stimulating cross cultural exchanges and promoting multiculturalism. Consequently, education has become more inclusive, breaking down geographical barriers that often hinder access to quality education. Technology has revolutionized the traditional lecture based model, providing a vibrant and interactive learning experience. As we continue to embrace technology in education, it is crucial to employ it responsibly and ethically to ensure that education remains affordable, accessible, and inclusive. The relationship between teaching and technology is closely intertwined in today's classroom. The progression of digital tools and resources has guaranteed educators access to an extensive array of innovative technologies capable of enriching the teaching and learning process. Technology can facilitate effective communication, collaboration, and critical thinking, sorry. It's also the potential to offer personalized learning experiences, enabling students to learn their own pace and in their preferred style. Furthermore, technology can improve the accessibility and inclusivity of education by providing resources to students with disabilities or those from underserved communities. Nevertheless, while technology can be a valuable asset, it is imperative for educators to employ it judiciously, ensuring that it aligns with their pedagogical objectives. Middle school is a stage of education characterized by significant physical, emotional, and cognitive growth. Encompasses grades 6 to 8, students explore a range of subjects, including math, science, social studies, English language, arts, physical education, and elective courses like art, music, and foreign languages. Teachers in middle school employ diverse teaching methods to effectively engage students during the developmental phase while also prioritizing their social and emotional well being. The primary objective of middle school education is to equip students with necessary academic, social, and emotional skills to succeed in high school and beyond. In our research, we are going to speak about helping students develop understanding at the stage of non linguistic representation. Specifically, we will focus on applying the non linguistic representation strategy to middle school students. Group 1, non linguistic representation techniques offer an effective approach to support student learning and comprehension in this critical developmental stage. By utilizing non-linguistic representation strategies, we aim to engage middle school students through visual, spatial, and kinesthetic methods. Visual aids such as charts, diagrams, and images can be employed, to present information in a visual, appealing, and organized manner. These visual representations serve as powerful tools to help students make connections, identify patterns, and grab complex concepts more readily. Additionally, incorporating spatial techniques can further enhance students' understanding. Activities such as concept mapping or mind mapping enable students to visually represent relationships between ideas, facilitating a deeper comprehension of subject matter. By manipulating and arranging information spatially, students actively engage with the material, encouraging critical thinking and analytical skills. Furthermore, the integration of kinesthetic elements can provide a hands-on approach to learning, encouraging students to create models, engage in simulations, or participate in interactive experiments allows them to physically experience concepts. This kinesthetic involvement not only solidifies understanding but also caters to the diverse learning styles of middle school students. By applying non linguistic representation strategies, we can effectively help middle school students develop their understanding of various subjects. Visual, spatial, and kinesthetic techniques offer engaging and multi-dimensional approaches that enhance comprehension, critical thinking, and retention of information. By incorporating these strategies into classroom practices, educators can create a dynamic learning environment that caters to the needs and learning preferences of middle school students. The purpose of applied non-linguistic representation is to enhance learning and understanding by utilizing visual, kinesthetic, and other sensors modalities. By incorporating non-linguistic strategies such as visual aids, manipulatives, and experimental activities, learners are provided with alternative pathways to process and internalize information. This approach recognizes that individuals have diverse learning styles and preferences, and by engaging multiple senses, it increases the likelihood of knowledge retention and comprehension. Non-linguistic representation also helps make abstract concepts more tangible and relatable, enabling students to connect new information with prior knowledge and abstract and experiences. Sorry. Ultimately, the purpose is to create a richer and more inclusive learning environment that caters to the diverse needs of learners, promotes active engagement, and facilitates deeper understanding. Well, moving on to stage 2. Non linguistic representation is one way to teach something is to explain it, either verbally or in writing. This is a linguistic way of presenting that information using language only, but most people learn concepts better when they are also presented in other non linguistic ways for the most part. This means visually or through some kind of movement. If you have ever heard a guy stop in the middle of an explanation and say, "Hold on, let me draw you a picture," that guy is getting ready to sit you down for a big heaping plate of non linguistic representation. The use of non linguistic representations in teaching is a common strategy in education that can help middle school students develop a deeper understanding of complex concepts. The teacher should know the non linguistic representation can help him make any concept stick better. Although some content areas like PE and art lend themselves more naturally to this technique, he had been amazed to discover how well it works with everything else. So anytime you notice that students aren't getting something, it's time to switch gears and stop trying to explain it with words. His efforts don't need to be fancy either. Usually the tools he needs to represent an idea non-linguistically are right in front of him. Help students develop understanding. Stage is a crucial part of the educational process. It centers around the learner and prioritizes the construction of knowledge and the growth of higher order thinking abilities. Its primary goal is to cultivate a profound understanding that surpasses superficial memorization, encouraging lifelong learning and the practical application of knowledge in this stage. Educators and instructional approaches are dedicated to facilitating in depth comprehension and meaningful learning experiences for students. Recognizing that learning involves more than just memorizing information or following procedures, it emphasizes the importance of actively constructing knowledge and establishing connections between concepts. During this stage, teachers employ various approaches and techniques to facilitate students' understanding of concepts, ideas, and skills. They encourage they encourage active engagement, critical thinking, and problem solving, aiming to foster a deeper grasp of the subject matter. Now we are in stage 3, the post planning stage. When teaching about means of transport in middle school, teachers can use a variety of approaches and strategies to engage and educate their students. Here are some ideas. Start with the basics. Begin by introducing the different types of transportation, including land, air, and water. Provide examples of each type, such as cars, buses, trains, planes, boats, and ships. 2. Use multimedia resources. Incorporate videos, images, and interactive tools to help students visualize and understand the concepts. For instance, you can use Google Earth to show different modes of transportation and their routes. 3. Discuss the pros and cons. Encourage students to think critically by discussing the advantages and disadvantages of each mode of transportation. For example, airplanes are fast, but they contribute to climate change, while bicycles are eco-friendly, but may not be practical for long distances. 4. Explore the history. Explore the evolution of transportation over time, from the invention of the wheel to the development of modern day vehicles. Discuss how transportation has changed society and affected different aspects of life, such as commerce, tourism, and culture. 5. Connect to current events. Discuss current issues related to transportation, such as traffic, congestion, road safety, and public transportation. Encourage students to think about solutions and brainstorm ways to improve transportation systems. Now, 6. Hands-on activities. Hands-on activities. Engage students with hands-on activities such as building model cars, designing futuristic transportation systems, or conducting experiments to test the effects of speed, weight, and friction on different modes of transportation. What are a variety of technologies and materials that teachers can use to teach about means of transport in middle school? Here are some examples. Visual aids. Teacher can use posters, charts, diagrams, and images to help students understand the different types of vehicles and the modes of transportation. They can also use maps to show the different routes and destinations. Well, now videos. Teachers can use educational videos that showcase different modes of transportation, such as planes, trains, and automobiles. These videos can also provide information about the history of transportation, the science behind how vehicles work, and the environmental impact of transportation. Now, moving on to simulations. Simulations. Teachers can use simulations or virtual reality tools to provide students with a hands-on experience of different modes of transportation. For example, students can use a flight simulator to learn about the basics of flying a plane, or they can use a driving simulator to learn about road safety and driving rules. Models and prototypes. Teachers can use models and prototypes of different vehicles to help students understand the design and construction of different types of transportation. Students can also build their own models and prototypes using materials such as cardboard, clay, or wood. Now we have also internet resources. Teachers can use online resources such as educational websites, blogs, and podcasts to provide students with information about transportation. They can also use online quizzes and games to help students learn and reinforce their knowledge about transportation. Teacher can use a variety of technologies and materials to make the teaching of transportation more engaging and interactive for middle school students. Now moving into stage 4. So, how to apply the non-linguistic representation strategy on a vocabulary lesson about means of transport. There are a few ways you can apply non-linguistic representations to enhance the understanding of your lesson. Virtual aids. Use posters, charts, or pictures of different means of transport. Display them. Display them in the classroom and encourage students to identify and name each mode of transportation. You can also create a collage or a mural depicting various means of transport and their characteristics. Real life models Real life models. Bring in toy models or miniature replics, replicates of different vehicles such as cars, buses, trains, ships, and airplanes. Allow students to handle and examine them while discussing the unique features of and purposes of each mode. Then, role play. Organize a role playing activity where students act out different means of transport. Assign each student a specific mode and encourage them to mimic the movements and the sounds associated with that mode. This can help students embody the characteristics and attributes of each means of transport. Interactive mind maps or concept diagrams. Create a mind map or concept diagram on with a board on a whiteboard, or flip chart with the central idea being means of transport. From there, branch out to different modes of transportation, such as land, water and air. Subsequently, further expand each category to include specific examples of and their key features. Sorting activities: prepare cards or pictures of different means of transport and distribute them to the students. Ask them to sort the cards into categories such as land, water, or air transport. This activity encourages critical thinking and helps students classify the various modes based on their shared characteristics. Field trips or virtual tours. Whenever possible, organize a field trip to a transportation related faculty such as a bus station, train station, and or airport. Alternatively, you can arrange a virtual tour using online platforms or virtual reality applications. This first-hand experience allows students to observe the means of transport in action and gain a deeper understanding of their purpose and functionality. What are the technologies that match with non-linguistic representation strategy? There are several technologies that can be used to support and enhance non-linguistic representation strategies in the classroom. Here are a few examples. First, interactive whiteboards. Interactive whiteboards allow teachers to display and manipulate visual content on a large screen. They enable the use of multimedia elements such as images, videos, and interactive activities to engage students in non-linguistic representation. Teachers can annotate, highlight, and manipulate the content, making it more interactive and visually appealing. 2. Document cameras. Document cameras, also known as visualizers, capture real-time images or videos of physical objects or documents and display them on a screen or projector. They are useful for showcasing real-life models, artifacts, or student work during lessons. Document cameras can be particularly effective for demonstrating hands-on activities or providing detailed visuals of objects related to the topic being taught. 3. Multimedia presentations. Presentation software such as PowerPoint or Google Slides allows teachers to create visually appealing slideshows incorporating images, videos, and animations. Multimedia presentations can be used to provide visual representations of concepts, demonstrate processes, or showcase examples related to the lesson. 4. Augmented reality (AR) and virtual reality (VR). AR and VR technologies provide immersive experiences that can greatly enhance non-linguistic representations. AR overlays digital content into the real world, while VR creates a fully virtual environment. Students can explore virtual environments related to the topic, interact with three-dimensional models of objects, or even experience simulations of real-life scenarios. These technologies offer a highly engaging and interactive way to visualize abstract concepts and provide hands-on experiences. 5. Educational apps and software. There are numerous educational apps and software available that incorporate non-linguistic representations. These applications offer interactive simulations, virtual labs, and visualized representations of various concepts. They often include features like interactive diagrams, animations, and multimedia elements, enabling students to explore and interact with content in a visually stimulating manner. 6. Online resources and digital libraries. Online resources and digital libraries provide access to a vast array of visual content, including images, videos, infographics, and interactive modules. These resources can be used to supplement lessons with visually rich and diverse representations of concepts, phenomena, or historical events. 7. Collaborative online platforms. Collaborative online platforms such as virtual whiteboards or shared documents allow students to work together in real time. They can visually represent their ideas, brainstorm, or create concept maps collectively. These platforms promote collaborative learning and encourage students to actively engage in non-linguistic representation while collaborating with their peers. Now we are in stage 5. Applying the technology to explain the vocabulary lesson to middle school students. Technology can be a powerful tool when it comes to teaching vocabulary lesson to middle school students. By using visuals, interactive activities, virtual reality, and augmented reality, teacher can make learning means of transport very funny, engaging, and memorable for students. There are some different technology that can be applied to this lesson. Visuals. Use images, videos, and infographics to show different types of means of transport, their names and their functions. For example, you could use a video to show how a train works, or an infographic to show the different parts of a car. The approach will help students visualize the words they are learning, making it easier to remember them. 2. Interactive activities. Technology allows for interactive activities that engage students in the learning process. For example, you could use online quizzes or games that ask students to match the name of a means of transport with its picture. This approach not only helps students learn the vocabulary, but it also makes learning fun and engaging. 3. Virtual reality. Virtual reality or VR technology can be used to simulate different means of transport, allowing students to experience them in a virtual environment. For example, you could use VR to simulate a ride on a roller coaster or a flight in an airplane. This approach gives students a hands-on experience of the means of transport, making it easier for them to understand and remember the vocabulary. 4. Augmented reality. Augmented reality or AR. Augmented reality technology can be used to overlay digital information onto real-world objects. For example, you could use AR to overlay the names of different means of transport into pictures of them. This approach helps students associate the names of the means of transport with the object themselves, making it easier to remember the vocabulary. Now, the favorite technology. In my opinion, my favorite technology to explain and teach means of transport lesson is the use of virtual reality technology because it could be an effective tool to engage middle school students. VR technology can provide a fully immersive experience where students can interact with various means of transport in a realistic and engaging way. Without leaving the classroom, for example, a VR simulation can allow students to explore the inner workings of a car engine or experience the sensation of flying in an airplane or driving a boat. Moreover, the use of VR technology can also help students with different learning styles to understand the lesson better. For example, visual learners can benefit from the 3D and interactive visual representation, while kinesthetic learners can experience and explore the means of transport through hand movements and interactions with the virtual environment. Stage 6. During means of transport lesson for middle school students, teachers can implement various lesson plans to engage students and enhance their learning experience. We will discuss the two following plans, which are: first, task-based lesson plan. Pre-task phase. The teacher could start by asking the learners to brainstorm as many means of transport as they can think of, to activate their prior knowledge and engage them with the topic. Task phase. The learners could then listen to a recording or watch a video about different means of transport and complete a task based on the information they have heard. For example, they could be given a worksheet with pictures of different means of transport and they would have to label them correctly based on what they heard in the recording. Post-task phase. The learners could then work in pairs or small groups to discuss their answers and compare them with the others, using the vocabulary and grammar they learned in the listening activity. Preparation. Now the lesson plan. Preparation. The teacher could prepare materials like pictures or videos of different means of transport to use in the presentation phase. Presentation. The teacher could explain the different means of transport, their advantages and disadvantages, and how they are used in different contexts. Practice and production. The learners could then complete exercises or activities in the classroom to practice using the vocabulary and grammar associated with means of transport. For example, they could do a matching activity where they match pictures of means of transport with their names or descriptions. Or they could create sentences using the new vocabulary they have learned. Evaluation. The teacher could then evaluate the learner's understanding of the topic through tests or quizzes. For example, by giving them a written quiz where they fill in the blanks in sentences about means of transport. Expansion. Outside the classroom, the learners could be given an assignment to research a specific means of transport and write a short paragraph about it, or to create a presentation to share with the class about their favorite means of transport. By adopting these two plans, we help to suit the specific needs and abilities of students, providing opportunities for hands-on activities. Collaboration and critical thinking will not only make the lesson more engaging but also deepen students' understanding of means of transport. Now let's conclude this up. In conclusion, the experience of helping students develop understanding has been rewarding and fulfilling. Throughout the process, I had the opportunity to apply a variety of teaching strategies and techniques, such as visual aids, hands-on activities, and collaborative learning. To engage and motivate my students, I also provided regular feedback and support to help my students improve their learning and achieve their goals. To accomplish this, I planned my lesson carefully, incorporating different learning styles and catering to the diverse needs of my students. I also utilized various tools and resources, such as technology and multimedia, to enhance the learning experience and make it more interactive and engaging. I feel proud and satisfied with the results of this project. My students showed significant progress and improvement in their understanding and application of the concepts we covered. They also demonstrated increased confidence and motivation, which was evident in their participation and performance in class. My takeaway from this experience is the importance of being flexible, adaptable, and responsive to the needs of my students. It also reinforced my belief in the value of student centered learning and the power of effective communication and collaboration in achieving positive learning outcomes. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.